Well, welcome back, my fantastic artistic friends, to Painting with Master Temple. We've got a big old canvas up here. It's coated in liquid white, so just a very thin layer of liquid white. That allows us to blend colour on the canvas rather than down on the palette. I thought today we'd do a nice big mountain with some lovely watery reflections down below in a little bit of a lake down there, something like that. All going to plan. We'll have a nice big painting in about half an hour. So let's crack on with it. So I'm going to take a 1-inch paintbrush and just tap in some alizarin crimson. Okay, and it's very, very hot today, very, very warm. So we'll just put a little bit of warmth in the sky. Just a tiny amount, not much. A lot of this will get covered over. So go all the way across the canvas now, just above horizon. And they're just like so. Now these are Winsor & Newton's Winton brand of paints, rather than the Bob Ross brand. I think they're a little bit. There's a little bit of a debate going on, and if you about the quality of some Bob Ross products at the moment. Okay, but I'm not going to get drawn into that. But if you've got a view, leave me your view on that. Okay, so just wipe the brush down there like so. Very little paint, very little paint. We don't want to set the sky on fire, even though it's an absolutely glorious day where we are. Okay, to that, without cleaning the brush, I'm just going to hit some French ultramarine. Just down there like that. And again, I'm going to start up in the top corner this time and work his way across. Swooshing the brush side to side and working his way down. Now that will pick up the white that's on the canvas, and it will also have less paint on the brush. So as we get closer to that pinky glow, we'll get less blue, and if you can see the horizon in its entirety, it gets lighter towards the horizon line as the sky. If you can see the sky in its entirety, should I say. Okay, just like that. And then get a bit more paint and we'll have a little bit of blue just down here. Don't want much just yet. We can come back in and work this blue, work the water, should I say, with some more colours later on. I think that's what we'll do. So just a tiny bit, just to flavour the canvas, just there. There, just like that. Right, set that brush down, and I'm going to take a big, clean, dry brush and then start off in the crimson. I just want to merge these two colours together where you cannot tell where the blue starts, the crimson stops, basically. Just a little bit of a glow. Then up here, just very delicately go across. That French ultramarine is such a lovely pastel blue. Okay, let's work that all the way across, just there, like so. Easy peasy with a big old brush, like so. Okay, let's take a palette knife. We said we're going to have a mountain, so I'm going to take some black, just straight lamp black, and cut off a little roll of paint, just there, and I'm just going to put the start of his mountain. Let's start it off there, okay, and work his way down. It's just black. You could mix a mountain mixture using blues and crimsons and stuff, but I think just black for today. Okay, now I'll put another one in there, like so. Work it out. Maybe it comes up there like that. Yes, I think that's not too bad. Mountains are such a fun thing to paint, very popular to paint across wet on wet artists like we are, like what we're doing. Remember, the canvas is wet while we're painting with fairly firm paint. Okay, let's fill that bit in there like that. Now, wipe the palette knife. Okay, before we carry on with blendings and all that lot, we're going to just scrape down where his reflections are going to be. So start at the point and then work your way down to roughly where they marry up on the above the horizon. Trying to put my teeth back in there. So we've got a rough idea where they need to be. Okay. Now you can take the canvas. You can take the canvas actually off, flip it upside down, and do that. You know, paint the reflections in that way. I've done that before, but usually when I'm painting for myself rather than painting for you YouTube artists out there. So I'm just going to grab some of that black. Get in there. Try not to distort your top edge. But I'm just going to grab some of that black. And again, that will mix with the white. That's already on there. And it will give a nice grey misty glow to the base of that mountain. Like that. Okay, let's go back to this reflection. So I'm going to take, for this one, I'm going to take a brush. Right, just grab a brush. I think we'll use just this little flat one. Just a tiny little old brush. Okay, grab some of this black paint. Okay, I'm just going to put in, and I use a flat brush because I have a little bit more control over it. Okay, and when you're doing this to start off with, don't make your peaks of your mountains too elaborate. Okay, that comes up there like that, and then it jiggles a little bit there, doesn't it? Okay, and comes round, and then another little peak about there, like so. It doesn't have to be ideal or perfect. Remember, this is a watery reflection, so water moves, whereas still air, you know, the image that you see in real life doesn't, unless it's a car or a bird. Okay, you know what I'm trying to say, folks. I'm talking gibberish again, I know. I've been too close to the paint thinner. Okay, so just blend. You're going to get locked up, Dan. You're going to get locked up, man. Okay, so just blend some of this back. Sneak in there with this little brush. And because it's black and there's white on the canvas, we'll make a nice grey tone to this. Okay, just really work in there. If it's too slow, which it shouldn't be if you're painting at home, but if it is too slow, grab a bigger brush. But you've got more control over the little one. Okay, right, with that in there, we can grab the bigger brush and then just blend up to the horizon line. Just blend up. Tickle it out, tease it out. We're going to put some reflections of the highlights and the shadows very soon. Okay, so let me clean this brush off because we may need it again. Okay, Alder's paint thinner. Scrub it against the screen in the bottom of the thinner can. There we go. Right, let's put some highlights and shadows on this. I'm going to use the little knife. I don't know if I've told you before, but a good old friend got me this little knife many, many years ago, and I use it almost on every painting, whether I'm mixing paint or whether I'm painting big mountains like this. Okay, so just a little tiny roll of paint, and I'm just going to sneak in here just above the black and just pop it down there like that. Pull it out nice and flat and just work this. You need a firm paint to do this. You need a firm, dry paint there, like so. The paint doesn't flow straight off the palette, you see. There, a bit more on there. Just tickle it down. Okay, we'll come back and put some shadow colours in a moment. But I just want to put where there's basic highlights going to be. Now I always paint, or 99% of the time I always paint the highlights coming from the right. That's just my preference. If you want them coming from the left or in a different part of the world to me, you do that. You can do that. Alright, so let's get some shadowy colour. So that's just a bit of blue and a bit of white. Varying proportions, however you want it. however you want it. Come in here and sneak in here, and again allow the paint to break, just like so. Just like that. Just work your way down. Tease and tease and tease there. Okay. A bit more there. Up on this peak. There, like that. And again down there. A bit more. Just go backwards and forwards. Wherever we think these shadows will live, that's where they need to be. Work your way in there like that. Big mountain. Again, it'd have been quicker with a big knife, but we're in no rush. Well, actually, I am. In half an hour time, it's kick-off of the FA Cup final, and I would like to watch that. I would like to watch that, so we need to be done in half an hour. But we know we're going to be. We know we're going to be. Okay, so just a bit of shadow colour on there, like that. See, we've covered most of that pink already up. Okay, let's go back to his highlight colour, which is just titanium white. Okay, I'm just going to break this edge up a little bit there, like that. And work that down. Maybe this mountain peak comes across there and across, like so. Maybe it joins its friend there, like that. And maybe this one has a bit of the same sort of feel. It goes that way and across, and maybe it joins up there. There, like. So there we've got some pretty mean looking mountains. There. There. Right, so now we need to do that on the underside, on the reflection. Now we're not going to get a perfect copy of that. I could never do that in a million years, even if I flipped the canvas over, but we can get a rough idea, can't we? So on the back edge of the knife, I'm just going to tickle in just there. And this is just titanium white. Go above and just basically put it in where the whiteness of your mountain is. We don't want much paint. I'm using less paint on the reflection than what I have on the mountain above. And there's a reason for that, because I'm going to hit it with a big brush very shortly. Okay. There, that comes up there. And a bit of paint there. In fact, I'm going to get the big knife. Too slow, too slow. Pull that paint out. Again, just scraping where its basic highlights live. I don't know if you can hear that, but I can hear my daughter singing in the background. She's a beautiful little girl, got a lovely voice as well. There, comes up there like that. And we'll put one more in there, like that. Okay, so we've got a basic highlight side. Now let's get the shadow side. So a bit of white paint. We'll start again with the shadows. Run out of blues. Okay, and this goes the opposite way. So we'll go that way. There, like that. Again, we're not looking for perfection. Just something in the ballpark, basically. Just something in the ballpark. So that comes down there like that. I may have to come and tinker a little bit. There, like that. Maybe get the little knife. Sneak in there with a little knife. That's why they made two sizes of knife, you see. There. And maybe the little edge of the little knife. Sneak in there like that. very loose, reflection. Okay, just make sure that's there like so, and it goes that way. Now I'm just going to have a bit of a look. We need a bit more white, I think, on there, so that comes that way, doesn't it? There, like that. A bit more. There. That comes around there like so, I think. Right, moment of truth time. Moment of truth. All I'm going to do is take the clean, large, dry, it's going to be dry, obviously, it's a knife, so I'm just going to wipe the knife on an old paper towel. Okay, so we've got some excess paint on here. I'm just going to scrape it off, so make sure your blade on all surfaces is clean. Okay, and then just come up there and zip it off. Okay, make sure you clean your knife again, and same again, zip it off. Okay, keep doing that till we've removed all excess paint. Zip it off. Okay, the values will still be in the fabric. Okay, still be in the fabric of the canvas. Okay, so I'm just zipping that off there, like that. Okay, now clean, dry, make sure it is dry. 2-inch brush, I'm just going to gently lift that up. Okay, lift that upwards, just ever so gently, just tease it up. Usually with shadow, with the reflections, we pull straight down, but this time I'm just teasing that up. Okay, and then just very gently, whisper light, go all the way across there, like that. Okay, now we need to separate them a little bit more. So up here, I'm just going to tap and create some mist, because we need something in the mid-ground. So we just need to tap some mist in there, like that, a bit above, a bit below, like so. Maybe even grab a tiny bit of white, bring that down as well, a bit more white. There. Like that. Knock off the excess paint, and then just gently lift up. Gently. Follow the angles of your mounting. There. And there we have it. A mountain and its reflection. Okay. That's why I wasn't too worried about down here yet. We don't know what we're going to put there. We'll put something, but we don't know what. Okay, let me grab a fan brush. Okay, this is number 6, is it? Can't read it anymore. Okay, and I'm just going to grab a little bit of that ultramarine, a bit of white. I'm going to change the flavour slightly, because I'm going to add a tiny bit of crimson into that as well. Okay, remember we've got crimson on there already, but we're just going to add a bit more. If that doesn't show up, I'll change the flavour. Bit more blue. Okay, that shows up. There, so we're just going to put some rolling hills just down at the base of this mountain. Just there, like so. Maybe create 1 or 2. Just go up the side of some of these big old mountains like that. Maybe there's another one that just sneaks up there, like that. Like that. Now we need to do that on the underside. Okay, so same colour, and I'm just going to hit downwards like that, and again work it that way. Go across, keep loading your brush up. Okay, work across, all the way across there like that. We've got another one sneaking up there like that, perhaps. Yes, we have. There. All right, set that brush down, because we may need it again. Let's get a dry one. Okay, this is just a dry fan brush, and I'm just going to pull this down now. So just tiny little strokes, just pull down, just very tiny, and then just gently go across all that lot again, there, like so, like that. Good stuff, yeah? Right, let's get the big old palette knife. We need to, now that looks like it's going uphill a little bit, but we need to keep it really flat. Let me just grab a little tiny bit of liquid white. Let's cut in a little waterline. So parallel to the base of the canvas, and we're going to go there and then just work it across like that. And maybe it comes down there. Keep it flat. Keep it flat. Even if we're going around corners, we're keeping it flat. And then a bit up there. There, like so. So there we have it. We've got a couple of water lines that sneak out there. Across there like that. The old trout's got to jump out and catch his fly somewhere, hasn't he? There, like that. A bit more down there. Right, we need to case this in. Nice, still, flat. Mountain reflection. I run out of places to wipe knives and brushes, but they're there. They're there. Right, what I'm going to do, where we're going to put something. I think we'll have something here and something there. So, let's get some blue. Let's go into some blue. Straight ultramarine. And we're just going to tap this in. Just there, like that. That is a gorgeous blue. That is a beautiful blue. Just tap, 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 tap. Okay, and I think we'll have one at this side. Why not? Why not? I have to really stretch. This canvas is 2 foot long. I've only got short arms. That's because I'm only a short man. Okay, why not? Let's go our way across. Go our way across. Go our way across. There. That locks it all in. Just like that. And we can come back in there and we'll put some highlights on some of that at some point. But we want some trees, don't we? We always like trees here. So let's create some trees. So let's get a fan brush. Okay. Back into the blue. I didn't want it all blue today, but that's what it is. In fact, I'm going to take a tad of liquid clear just to thin it a little bit. Okay, we'll start off there. Just tap. Bring that down there. That's where one tree's going to go. And we want one on the other side, don't we? At least one on the other side. A bit more thinner. There. That's where he goes. Nice, beautiful blue spruce. Okay, shall we have another one? Possibly. Yeah, there. Little baby one. I like these sort of setups. 3 little trees. Well, mummy tree, papa tree perhaps, baby tree. Okay, load the paint into the brush, and I'm just going to use the corner of the fan brush. I'm going to lift up. We'll have the branches going upwards today. Sometimes we'll make them going down, and this time we'll make them going up. Just like that. Work your way down. Work your way down like that. A bit more paint. We're running out of paint. A bit more there. A bit more on this side. Maybe we'll have to change the flavour. Unfortunately, add a bit of black into that. Just to give it a bit of a flavour twist. Okay, just tap that excuse the arm, we'll just come across, case all this in like that. If anybody's interested in purchasing a painting, I do have an Etsy site, Master Temple Arts. I've got to be careful how I say that. Say that after one too many sherbets and you get in trouble, boy. You know. But yeah, and when I post them out, when I post the paintings out, I do put some of these trees on there. I draw them on with a biro or a fountain pen or a marker pen or something like that. These kind of trees, really fun to do. Right, well, change the shape of change the direction of the fan brush to go in like that, and that will focus your eye into the middle. You see, just like so. Okay, I'm going to take that same brush with some thin white paint and blue, and we'll create a nice highlight colour. A nice highlight colour. So liquid white, titanium white, ultramarine, and we add a touch of black in that one. In fact, before I do, let's put a trunk in this. I think we might need something to hold this up. So a bit of brown and a bit of brown and a bit of black. Van Dyke brown and black. Why not? Why not cut a trunk in there? Just go all the way up. Intermittently go up. Like that. There we go. And again on this side. There, like that. Just making a few more there. Little seedlings. Little seedlings. Okay, let's go back to the highlight colour. Okay, just tap that in. And then just on the highlight side, we'll put a few highlights. Now the mountain dictates which side the highlights are on, so that's what we'll do. We'll put them on that side. The right hand side, over that little baby tree, all the way down, quick. Okay, a bit more white paint, a bit more titanium white on the brush. We'll do it the same with this one. Don't kill all the dark though. Don't kill all the dark. Okay, and same on this one. Obviously, the shadow is on this side of the tree, so we'll go with the highlight on the opposite side there. Work on that side. There, like that, bit more. What a beautiful day it is. This has definitely cooled me down somewhat. Definitely cooled me down. You can probably see the beads of sweat all over my head already. Right, let's wipe the paint off my look at that, got it all over my hand. Okay, I'm going to take a, where have I put it? There we go, we'll use this one. A bit of white. Again, since it's a cool painting, bit of white on the grounded brush. Okay, and we're just going to tap in some little grasses and bushes that are covered in little frosty. Jack Frost has bitten these, you see, little frosty, lacy looking highlights just there. A bit more up there. Change the flavour if you need to. If you need to change the flavour. How's it looking so far? You enjoying this one? I know I am. I know I am. Yeah. Couple more down there and there. And there we have it. I think we're about done. Let me get that script liner. Okay. And we're going to delve into some red paint just for a signature. And we're just going to delve into some red paint. So just like any teacher, I'm just going to sign it in red paint. Just down there, like that. There. So let me know how we've gone on, my fantastic friends. Let me know if you do this one, and if you do this one, tag me in it anyway. On links to the socials are down in the description. Please give me a big thumbs up, like and subscribe, and all that lot. Leave me a nice comment. But until next time, take care of yourself, stay safe, happy days.